this is part 2. Part 1 ended on me crying. I've tried to wipe me up. So in part 1, I explained what all happened to me. Sorry, my dog and cat are playing. What all happened to me this past year, and the fact that I've gained back all the weight that it took 2 years to get rid of. So all my YouTube journey that you've watched basically is thrown out the window, and I hate that. But I've got my handy dandy notebook because I forget everything all the time. And I'm gonna tell you some things about your weight. Let me look through this real quick. And about you that you might not know. Everyone wants the best for you, even if they don't show it the right way. So all your friends and all your families and all of the rude comments that they make about, oh, it looks like you're getting a little pudgy, or you're looking awful fluffy, or like my dad lovingly said, your legs look big. And I said, because I'm fat, Dad. And he said, no, it looks a little bit like water. And I said, no, it's fat, Dad. He was trying to lovingly tell me that, you know, something's just a little bit, you know, because he's seen me at this weight. He's seen me down when I got down to 145, and I felt freaking awesome right before my accident, which, like, if I could scream at the top of my lungs, that's what ticks me off most about this whole thing, was that accident even freaking happened. Because it just threw me for the biggest loop of my life and basically utterly ruined my life. Like, I'm just so ticked off that this accident happened, because I was in a good place mentally, physically, spiritually, except for I was too busy. So it happened for a reason. I will embrace that reason and try to pick up the pieces now that I'm feeling better. And God, if this is not the last thing that's wrong with me, I'm gonna scream again, because everything seems normal. I just was having issues doing things with this arm, so maybe now this will be better. But everyone has your best interest at heart, even if they don't show it the right way. Everyone remembers you fatter than you are. So I don't know what it is about people's memory, but it is skewed. When I was, I don't know, I swear that they just, even now, people are like, oh, you look really good. No, I've gained all my weight back. Do you realize? Oh, it doesn't even look like you have. It's like, how fat do you remember me as? Because pretty sure the 30 pounds, big difference, okay? And I say 30 and not 40 because, hey, by the time I had my accident, I was around 150. No, oh gosh, maybe it has been 40 pounds. Look, I don't want to start crying again, but I was 150 before my accident. And now I'm not, okay? I'm 190. So I've gained all of my weight back. There were reasons why, and I will kind of go through a little bit of that towards the end of the video. That way you can cut it off if you want to, because part 2. You can always start over. There have been millions of YouTubers out there that have started over and over and over and over. And if you watch even like Lissa and Tanny and I don't know if, well, not really Chris Kendall, but definitely Lissa and Tanny Raw are my 2 favorite YouTubers. Chris is up there too. But those 2, like, they tried and they tried, and then finally they just did. And so it's never too late. I feel the best when I'm high raw. I'm going back high raw. I was high raw all yesterday. Today I'm a high raw vegan. I haven't been for a really long time, so I can always start over. You can always start over. And it's never too late to start over. I don't care if you die tomorrow. If you started over the day before, you did something positive and you did something good. Like, nobody knows how much time they have, so all you can do is do the best that you can with each day, and if you mess up, you just mess up and you start over again. It's no big deal. You can't beat yourself up over it because sometimes circumstances are out of your control. You can love yourself and still be failing in your eyes. So I loved myself. I love who I am. I don't really love what I've become because of the accident, but I love me, who I am internally. But I have been failing for a year because, like I said, circumstances were out of my control. I could not physically remember mentally to make a smoothie. I didn't know how to do things. I had to rely on my family, and my family doesn't eat like me, so they didn't know how to prepare food for me. I wasn't craving that stuff. I was craving high fat, like high fat, especially during the concussion time, because my brain was healing and I needed a lot of fat. I ate the fattiest things. I ate a lot of greasy things. I was like repairing tissue and I needed tons of protein. Nobody could cook food for me. I couldn't really cook food for me either. And so I ate whatever was there. And that included any kind of meat, dairy, eggs, any kind of protein sources. Yes, I ate beans, and I tried to, when I could muster up the strength and energy to do something, try to make a vegan dish, but I had to not go vegan. I had to eat what other people gave me. And so that was hard on me, and mentally as well, knowing that like the food I'm putting into my body is actually making my body worse, but I can't get to the point to where I need to put that healthy body back together again. And so I can sit and beat myself up all day long on it, but they were just out of my control. And with this lack of motivation and I just don't have drive to do these things. It just slowly crept on, and then with the amount of inflammation that I was having just from things not healing properly, and it's just a huge, oh my gosh. So I still loved myself, but I was failing big time in my life, and everybody was like watching me be the train wreck without helping or not trying to help. What can I do to help you? And they would ask me, how do I make this for you? I couldn't remember how to make it. And I don't have recipe books because I ate the same stuff all the time. Why would I need to write it down? So it was just very, very hard. And it still is going to be hard for me, which is why I'm documenting this journey, because I am not the same person. Up here is not the same person. I don't have drive. I don't have motivation. I don't have a lot of willpower. I don't have a lot of energy to meal plan. So like, I feel like I'm a normal standard American person now, where, you know, maybe I had a slight edge before, but now I definitely don't have an edge, and it has been super, super hard. So my boss called. So it's even later, and then when I have interruptions, I can't remember what I was talking about, so we're just gonna keep continuing with my notes, which is why I write everything down. Willpower is useless without planning. So I think a lot of people think that willpower is just this thing that people miraculously have, and either you have it or you don't. But I think that willpower is overestimated. It's really not willpower, it's actually discipline and planning. So it's the planning of the meals, writing things down. This is what I'm gonna have this day, this day, this day, this day, for the entire week, what you're eating every single meal, going grocery shopping with a grocery list for those meals, then executing those meals. That's discipline. If you can just keep doing that, it makes it look like you have willpower when you really don't. Like the willpower comes in when you have your plan, you're eating on your plan, and all of a sudden, boom, life throws something at you. So when your husband comes home with a bag of chips or KFC or Little Debbie, the evil Little Debbie, that's when willpower comes in. You've got your plan, you stick to it, this is what it is, I've already bought everything. You eat when you're hungry. If you see that stuff come in, that's when willpower comes in, and you say, get it out of my house, because that's what willpower, that's how much willpower you need. Get it out of my house. Get it out of my life. If it's in the house, it's in my mouth, and then it's on my hips, and I don't want it there. So that's what you need willpower for. Willpower is going to the grocery store with your plan, your eating plan, you know, your whole list, you're getting it in your cart, and then there's a kiosk over there. Oh, hey, sample this. That's willpower. You only need this much, and you only have about this much a couple times a day. So don't rely on willpower. You have to have the plan. And that's where the struggle is going to be for me now, because I am not organized anymore. I was chaotically organized before. Now I'm just chaotic. And so it's going to actually be, this is what I'm eating, this is my whole week's menu, and I'm gonna have to just plan that out. And it's hard work, and it sucks, and I don't wanna do it, but I also don't wanna weigh 190 pounds. Not when I know that I have gotten down to 145, and I remember how that feels, and I recorded videos, and I go back and watch them, and I can see the light in my eyes, the happiness, just the energy, the vibrancy, and I want that back. So that's the journey that I have to try to document now, is how do I get back to that, doing the stuff that I don't want to do? How do you do the stuff you don't want to do? Like, that's, I don't know. How do you do it all the time? Like, that's kind of, eventually it becomes a habit. So if I can just do it for 30 days, they say it takes 30 days to establish a habit. So if I can just do it for 30 days, then it should be habit enough that my long-term memory kind of kicks in, and my short-term memory and stuff like that. And plus I'll get rid of all of my food cravings and stuff like that, but it's crazy. And self-love doesn't revolve around a number. So you could be 300 pounds and still love yourself, or be 100 pounds and still love yourself. Don't rely on a number to dictate, you know, when or if you love yourself. I'll love myself when I'm 150 pounds, or I'll love myself when my BMI is normal. That you have to love yourself enough to treat yourself in a way that is for your good, I guess. And so, I'm sorry, I put on mascara just for you, but it just bothers the heck out of me. So learning to love yourself in the midst of everything. So it's hard to even come up with the words that I'm trying to say, and you see me stumbling over all of this, but you know, I love myself. I'm 190 pounds. I love myself enough to eat healthy food. It's just hard work that I don't want to do because I lack that motivation. And so that's the new journey. How do I motivate myself? I mean, the scale was a big motivator when I stepped on it and went, yeah, that sucks. So that's why I'm getting back at it, because that's the motivation, I guess, that I need. You need to find out a why and keep reminding yourself of the why. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is going back and watching that video when I was raw and wearing one of my favorite shirts and my hair was all short and beautiful, and I had that sparkle in my eye, and I loved my life, and then it all fell apart. So I don't know. I hope you'll embark on this journey with me. I'm going to be trying to put up as many videos as I can, but it is mentally exhausting to do my work because I'm working from home and half working at the site because we can't get together because of seniors. I have a ton of paperwork like overdue because this whole week I've had super migraines and this whole shoulder has just been killing me. And yeah, so I'm gonna try to upload once a week what my meal plan is for the week and what I'm planning on eating, and then maybe try to shoot what I ate in a day videos on some of those things. So join me on my journey. Please subscribe to this channel. Have your friends subscribe. You don't have to go. I'm gonna go high raw. So very, very limited, if any, cooked food. I will be using a dehydrator very rarely because my body can't handle that. So for at least the next 30 days, totally high raw. I'm hoping to totally stay on this time. Here's to doing it, right? Cheers with no alcohol. I have water sitting right over there. But yeah, I think that this will be good for you, for me, for everyone watching, and everyone who will watch in the future. So subscribe and hit the little notification bell so you can get notifications, because I can't promise that this will be an every week thing, but I'm gonna try my hardest to be there for you and for myself. So thanks for watching and have a great day.